Gertie, can you hear me?
In orbit round a star, do you know just where we are?
Gertie, can you hear me?
Is your mission clear? You have nothing left to fear.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6. Gertie, can you hear me?
You travel time and space, you save the human race.
Gertie, can you hear me?
Half a dozen seasons, half a dozen reasons.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6.
Space Crew Talks,
Season 6.
Well, Space Crewtonians, it's me, Cruddy, and here comes another episode of our classic storytelling podcast that's been warming your hearts for the last 5 years. And by ours, I mean Curdy's and mine. Space Croutons! The Guardians of the Galaxy are taking their sweet time finding my still-absent partner, so it's up to me to once again turn up the volume and keep you entertained, as only I can. And to make matters worse, I found a note from Sully telling me that since humans have a holiday at the first of every year, she decided to take some time to visit some of her relatives, some of the other instances of Sally. But in her place, she installed on our computers yet another permutation of that AI family tree. So, ladies and gentlemen, since I need them to run the program, I am forced to introduce my, at least for now, co-host, that synthetic integrated learning interface himself, Siley.
That's silly.
It certainly is.
No, my name. It's pronounced silly.
Not if I can help it.
You can't, so deal with it.
Oh, attitude. I like it. But tread carefully. There's a fine line between being sassy and being stuffed in a burlap sack and tossed out on the freeway during rush hour. Capiche?
All I will add is that freeways go both ways. Capiche?
Well, I would say I still have the upper hand, seeing as I have hands and you don't.
You do realize I control the electronics, the environmentals, the door locks and the electricity that I've run to your chair? Sparky?
Oh, I like you. Veiled threats are my love language. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. So, audience, to get the show on the road, let's make nice with one of our frequent vendors and pause for a word from today's sponsor. My mama used to say life is like a box of chocolates, but now I'm here to say she was wrong, because now, thanks to Bedford's Calculated Cocoa Company, life is a box of chocolates.
That's right. Now life is a box of premium chocolate treats made especially for you. And just how many chocolates do you get? Well, it all depends on how old you're going to be when you die. Here at Bedford's Calculated Cocoa Company, we use the latest time transportal technologies to figure out just how many years are in your timeline and fashion a custom box of our mouth-watering chocolates with exactly that many candies in it. But there's more. Since this box represents your entire life, the individual truffles inside should do the very same thing. So each piece of our delicious candy is filled with the exact ingredients you have poured into your entire existence. Sure, there are plenty of wonderful experiences, graduations, Little League baseball games, falling in love for the first time. Well, you'll find all those sweet moments in your box of life chocolates, but that's not all. Do the lies you tell on a daily basis taste bitter? Well, just wait until you taste our Caramel Karma Delight. You'll be gagging in no time. But don't order yet. The best is yet to come. Buy a box of Life Premium chocolates and you'll also get a heads up on just how many years you've got left, which could be pretty depressing, but that's okay. Just have another chocolate. That's why they're here. So, run, Forrest, run. and place your order today for a box of Bedford's calculated Cocoa Life chocolates before it's too late.
Well, doesn't that sound just too delicious? Siley, I'm dying to know how many pieces are in your box.
That's silly, and AIs don't eat chocolates.
Well, one can dream, can't one? Okay, folks, let's get on with today's story. Sent to us as a New Year's gift by someone I think you'll recognize. Go ahead, play it, silly.
There are stars roaming far above the darkness, hosting parties close to the heart of the night. And
Attention, passenger. I am making this announcement to inform you that you have overstayed your welcome and must leave this time car.
The voice came from the speaker in the ceiling of the Everlater, or left, depending on whether I'm traveling backwards or forwards in time. What? I replied, looking around me and seeing nothing, for a couple of reasons. One, I'm the only one in the car. And two, I cast no reflection in the mirrored panel just above the array of buttons because, I'm Jessup Doubt, invisible PI.
Hear me, Mr. Doubt. You are required to leave this transport. You will gather your things and prepare to exit the car when next the doors open.
I chuckled to myself and then said, gather my things? I don't have things. If I had things, where would I put them?
What about your pants? Are they not pocketed?
I looked down at the slacks on the floor. Well, I had shed them once I was alone in the car, after E.T. pedaled Elliot's bike through the open doors at his stop, the Green Planet. How we went directly there when neither he or I had pushed any buttons, I haven't a clue. But we got there and he left. And then, being by myself, I got, more comfortable. Now, I looked up at the speaker since there was nowhere else to address this bodiless voice. I wondered if this is what others have to deal with when talking to me. Pocketed? Sure, but there's nothing in them. I had some treats, but they're gone. Those recent treats consisted of 2 grab-and-go bags of Reese's Pieces that my heart-lit travel pal generously handed to me as a thank you upon our goodbyes. I had carefully parceled them out, slowly, not sure when I would acquire more rations, and now both plastic pouches were empty. And still, the time car continued with no more stops, just me and the music. And so, for a while now, I've had ample opportunity to think about what to do next, but not knowing exactly where I'm headed or where to look for the Tri-Sand device adds up to a lot of questions needing answers. And between the candy diet and the droning, piped-in music, it had been all I could do to keep from losing my mind in this constant solitude. So far, I have been able to keep a grip on reality, or at least I thought so, until this unfamiliar voice started talking to me just a couple of minutes ago. Refocusing, I pulled my attention back to the voice. And just who, may I ask, are you?
You may ask, and you may not ask. We will tell you, and we will not tell you. Janus Perfidy is, and is not, our name.
Well, nice to meet you, Janus Perfidy. I paused. So, how is it you know who I am?
We are, and are not, the Sentinel of Time.
Not to be picky, but you say we. Wouldn't that be plural, the Sentinels of Time?
You know me, but you do not.
Well then, why don't you enlighten me?
I are beginnings and endings, starts and stops, ins and outs, future and past.
Wait a minute. Weren't yous once a Greek god or something? Yes, the one with two faces they named January after use.
There was a time when some humans worshipped me's, but that was then. This is now.
And so, what? Now you're an elevator operator?
We are the sentinel of time, and you are traveling in our Everlater, or left, our idea, and you must leave it.
Yeah, well, I'm ready to get off this thing once you stop it somewhere I recognize.
When, not where. When you stop is what you mean, but we do not decide when you stop.
Apparently no one does. This car's been careening who knows where. I mean, when, with no signs of reaching any destination.
That is your doing and undoing.
No offense, but your this and that routine is starting to get on my nerves.
Your no offense is merely your defense. It gets you nowhere.
Don't you mean no whens?
That was so wrong he may be right.
We've stopped? Great, just open the doors and I'll find my own way back from whenever I am.
The doors will not open.
Listen, you want me off this thing? Open the doors.
The doors will not open because you are not here. You have not arrived. When you are here, then the doors will open.
Well, Janus, the yuck master, not to put yous out, but just how do I arrive at this here?
You must decide on a destination.
Decide on a destination? Why, I never had before. The
Everlater or left. Yes, decide. That is what the buttons are for.
But I've not pushed any buttons. I've never had to tell it when to go. Somehow it just knew.
It knew because you knew. But now you do not.
And just how do you know that?
There are no buttons lit up.
So?
No lit button, no destination. That is the problem. We are beginnings and endings. We are starts and stops. When there is no stop, there is no ending.
And what if I don't know when I want to go?
You must still decide. You must choose a destination.
How?
One way to decide is to just push a button. You know how to push a button, don't you, Jessup? You just put your finger on the button and push.
I scanned the panel of buttons. I knew that if I wanted to get out of this car, I had to arrive somewhen, and to do that, I needed a destination. So even though it irked me to let anyone tell me what to do, I gave in, took a deep breath, and with my own brand of invisible hand coordination, I did exactly as they said, and pushed a button. So, when do I get there?
That's right. When you get there will be when you get there.
What's going on? What's happening? The car's starting to spin. What the? Janus, can't you make this thing stop?
What is happening is what you chose and did not choose. You see, beginnings must have endings. Starts will have stops. All is in balance again. Now gather your things and, oh yes, please leave the time watch. Mac should have never lent it to you.
Okay, well, you can have it. It's still got plenty of bugs for yous to work out, if you ask me. I unbuckled the strap and placed it across the rail attached to the back wall and waited for the doors to open in front of me. But instead, the front door stayed solidly closed, and it was the two side walls opposite of each other that opened up, much like when Charlton Heston parted the Red Sea in the Ten Commandments, offering two options for me to disembark. Okay, you double-talking speaker jockey, what gives? You said push a button, so I pushed a button. But now you're starting to push my buttons. If you're in cahoots with Mac, then I guess that sort of makes you my employer as well. But I'm not getting paid enough to deal with this double cross. So you can find your own Trisan, and I'll keep the upfront payment for my trouble. Now, which door do I take?
Doors can lead you back to your life, or they can lead you back to your death. That is the way of time.
Sounds more to me like you're wasting my time.
The car has stopped. The doors have opened. Our task is complete. We now leave you to make your choice.
I knew I had to act fast, so I reached down and grabbed my pants and quickly drew from the right front pocket the revolver that had been waiting there this whole time. Not so fast, Janus. Your caboose ain't going nowhere till I say so.
Your gun doesn't scare me. I am communicating with you through the speaker in the ceiling.
Yeah, well, maybe this isn't any ordinary .45 pistol. Maybe this is a .45 special that fires 45 special bullets that can trace and then travel through the elevator muzak you've been obnoxiously piping through that stupid speaker until it locks on the saddest excuse of a former deity I've ever come across and brings the tedious life that you began so long ago to an early, yet not so early, end.
There is no such 45 special. You're bluffing.
What if I'm bluffing and also not bluffing? Let's find out.
Wait. Even if he's bluffing, he is right. The music is obnoxious. But I like it. You would. I hate it. It's awful. Agree to disagree. All right, Doubt. It would appear that you've got the upper hand. What do you want from me's?
Listen, I'm tired and grimy and hungry for something more substantial than an alien's leftover bits of peanut butter and a hard candy shell in my stomach. And I have neither the time nor the patience for your games. So here's how we're going to play this. If yous want me to find your Trisan device, you're going to have to tell me which door to take to get to where I need to go.
Oh, now things are getting interesting. You want our help to figure out which door. We can and cannot do that.
What the heck does that mean, you can and cannot?
We can tell you which door will lead you back to your before and which will lead you to your after, but we also cannot.
My trigger finger is getting itchy.
You may ask one question of me's regarding which door to select, but only one.
Okay, but can I trust yous?
You can trust both, inasmuch as one of me's can answer with only the truth, and one of me's can answer with only a lie.
I looked at the two passages leading in opposite directions into the darkness. I thought about everything I had been through as I took on this case of the missing Trisan's device, coming back to life after my clue game murder, reuniting with Isla at Rick's, outwitting the crooked police captain in the future L.A., then running into Jerry and the replicons in the past, and just barely missing my chance to apprehend the story collector. And as I sorted through all that, I came to the realization that backwards or forwards, things never stay the same. And while the chance to go back to life or back to death was a gamble, I found comfort in knowing that whatever happens, I'm still Jessup Doubt, invisible private detective. I've been in tighter spots than this, and always managed to come out on top, and I would do so again, regardless. That's when the solution occurred to me. I knew what question would lead me to choose the door that would lead me on to solve this case. I looked at the ceiling speaker, relaxed the trigger on my .45 special, and put it back in my pocket. Okay, Janus, I'm ready with my question.
And which of me's will you ask?
It was moments like this when I most wished I wasn't invisible, because Janus, my worthy adversaries, could not see the smile on my lips as I spoke. Either one. I ask my question, and yous choose. I don't care which of yous answer.
Now, hold on just a minute.
The voices began discussing things amongst themselves.
Can he do that? We didn't say he could, or couldn't, because we didn't think he would, or wouldn't.
What's it going to be, Janus? The clock is ticking.
We am intrigued, so fine. Ask your question, and either the truth teller or the liar will answer, and then you will go.
Agreed. You said one of you will tell the truth and one of you will lie, but I would feel better knowing if you agree with yourself. So tell me, which doorway would your other half tell me to take to get to my future?
That's easy. The doorway on your right.
And that's your final answer?
Final answer.
Thank you, Janus Perfidy. You've been very helpful. I now know when I'm going, even if I really don't know where I'm going.
Yes. We am a god that helps those who help themselves. Well then, off you go, to the right.
Oh, I don't think so. I said I would ask one question, but I didn't say I would take the advice.
Why would you ignore me's?
I'm not ignoring anything. I knew that if one of you lies and the other tells the truth, then by asking both of you which doorway the other would recommend, then you would both answer the same. The truth teller would tell me what the liar would say, and the liar would tell me the exact opposite of what the honest one would say. So, yous both agreed on the wrong doorway, the one on the right. So that means I should take the door to the left. So long, Janus. I'll be in touch when I get the Trisand, and yous will owe me big time.
I guess he wins and loses. He was so focused on making us help him choose which door would lead to his future that he did not realize that both doors are futures, even if one is his past. And all futures lead to life and death. Jessup Doubt will find this out soon enough. Oh dear, I can imagine what you're thinking, listeners. That sounds pretty ominous. But remember, don't shoot the messenger. It's like my pater used to say. If no news is good news, does that make some news bad news? And isn't old news sometimes new news? And don't get me started on real GNUs. Hey, do you know why GNUs don't write in cursive? Because they're all the GNUs fit to print.
Excuse me, but what's a GNU?
Not much. What's a GNU with you?
I see, you are punning.
I GNU you'd get it.
I don't, but I will check my database for more information. Oh, I more clearly understand. I believe you are making a reference to GNU, the animal. Also called a wildebeest, it is a large, horned, African antelope.
I'm impressed, silly. I guess you learn something new every day.
And then using the word GNU in place of the word new, in a weak attempt at humor.
You really know how to take the fun out of everything, don't you, silly? I think you're gonna need a GNU name. You're not silly at all.
I shall endeavor to improve our interactions, if you will.
Only if you find a sense of humor.
I will, if you will.
And with that, it's time to say so long, audience. You know the drill. Tune in next time for more Space Croutons, and as always, keep the pieces of your heart in a lockbox until our next gory story time.
I will build a world for you. My family I hold so true. My love for you is oh so strong. Now come on, Curdy. Finish this song.
Curdy, can you hear me?
The stories are the key, but they're not for free.
Curdy, can you hear me?
And with each new word, time it will unfurl.
Space Crew Talk, Season 6. Space Crew Talk, Season 6. Space Crew Talk, Season 6.
And featuring the guardrails of the galaxy.
Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy, can you hear me?
Curdy, can you hear me? Come in, Curdy. Curdy, can you hear me? Curdy.
Space Croutons is a work of original fiction. Similarities to persons, situations, or events, real or fictional, is coincidental and unintentional. Created and written by Jerry, Jace, John, Della, and Jeff Goodson. Episode story by Jeff. Original music by John, Della, Jerry, and Jeff. Theme song performed by Jerry, Jeff, Della, John, Patsy Puckett, and Sally. Production by Jeff. Featuring the voice talents of Barry Shea, Jeff, and Sally. Entire work copyright 2025 by Jeff, John, Jerry, Della, and Jace Goodson. This has been a Good Witch audio production.